Hi, everybody. Here I am again, Elizabeth Brewer, Scrap and Lizzie, whatever my name is. I don't call me late to dinner. That's all I care about. Now, I have this. Well, this is going to be phase three of my little junk journal that I'm making. You've seen phase two and phase one and phase two, and now it's going to be phase three. I'm putting in no, two, two um, signatures into this journal. I'm going to show you how I'm going to put them in there. It's a little different than I usually do. But before I do that, you all, I have been blessed with more mail. Yeah. Wait a minute. I just dropped. Just a minute. It went to the floor. I drop everything in the floor. I'm telling you. Glad I have a Florida kitchen. Or it'd be still falling to China. Okay, but I have three males. Not males, like, well, you know what I mean. Okay, and so I'm gonna go ahead and open my mail because I get so anxious when I get mail because I want to see what's in there. Now this one here comes to me from Myra Wolf. Myra Myra Rolf. And I'm going to ROLF, not wolf like a dog wolf. It's ROLF, like ROLFE. Okay, so she sent me something here, and she has sent me before um, surprises before, which she sent me a needlebook that she made that I absolutely love, and I use all the time. And so I want to see what's in here. I want to see. I just get excited, you know. I get mail and I'm like a little kid on Christmas morning. I guess I I don't know why that is, Myra. Myra, thank you. Now, thank you. Look, I can see this already, and because of the color, I love it. It's the crafty color. And look at these. It says home. Home is where the heart is. You know what? I was thinking about leaving my welcome to our nest. My goodness, how this stuff me. I was thinking almost about leaving the front of this plain, but now there's a H for home. Here's tags. Here's a E. Ah. Oh, oh, oh. That goes like this. Where'd that H go? H, O. How could I do this? H, O, M, E. Look, I could put this right on this book cover. And look how perfect that would go. Home. Home is my favorite place. Home is absolutely my favorite place. We went away for 3 days. I went with my daughter and we went away, just not far, but we stayed for 3 days. And I was so glad to get back home, although I had a really good time. My daughter she's just an awesome hostess with the mostest. And we had such a good time, but it was so good to get home. Home is where I want to always be. Oh, now, oh, look, look at that. She wrote me a note. Black, my favorite, black paper. She's got black lined paper here and wrote with white ink. She says, my friend Lizzie, I thought you would like this postcard from Rome and a few envelopes I picked up at the church rummage sale. Love watching you on YouTube. Take care, Myra. Aw, thank you, Myra. Look there's the bottom of this page. I can still use the bottom of the page where she didn't write. Okay, thank you, Myra. And look at this from Rome. And no, I do not have one from Rome, but now I do from Myra. Souvenir of Roma. Isn't that beautiful? Now, which Pope is that? Is that our Pope now? I don't think so. I think that's one from before. I think this is a little older. And here's some envelopes. Oh, these are nice envelopes. They're vellum. These are vellum envelopes. Thank you, Myra. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Oh, this is wonderful. Thank you, Myra. You are just an angel. I think if I was to pat you on the back, I would feel your wings. Thank you so much, Myra. Look at this. Look at this here. The tape on it. It's got little puppy tracks. Little puppy tracks. Good. And I think I was just thinking that I was going to leave this plain, the front cover, but now I don't think I am. I think I'm going to put the home on there because home is where my heart is for real. Okay, and then I got a second one here. This one comes from Australia. And it comes from Tanya K. Kowalowski. That's what I'm guessing because I can never say words. But Tanya, thank you. I love her. She's such a sweetheart. I have just really started watching her. I have watched her and for a while, but I've really started watching her lately because she's just wonderful. And now look here, she sends me something, and again, it's like Christmas. I'm a little tiny kid at Christmas time, and look at the postcards. Look at, oh my goodness. Oh my heavens. Look at the postcards. Now I wonder if there's something inside this envelope that's on front of this. I better check just in case. I have to, just in case. I'm going to see if I can get into it somehow. Oh, here we go. There's a little place. She might have just put the postcard on there. I mean the envelope to have something to write on. She may have done that. But oh no, there is something in there. There is magic. Oh, look at that, Australia. Australia. And thank you, Tanya. And look at the little kangaroo with its little Joey inside. His little pouch. Oh, how special is that? Oh. Oh, and it's a Christmas card. She says, I send this your way to celebrate Christmas in July 2018. Lots of love and unicorn magic. Tanya, down under, Australia. Anzac biscuits. There's a recipe for Anzac, an Australian recipe for you to enjoy. They're Anzac biscuits. That's cool. Oh, this is a yellow-footed rock wallaby. Is that same as kangaroo? I think so. Okay, now, and then she sends postcards. Oh, Lord, these are nice. Aren't those precious? Mary and baby Jesus. You know what? This must be... Oh, it's not in a language that I can... It's not in a language that I can understand, so I am kind of guessing that maybe that's Jesus as a young boy that somebody painted. And look at that one. These are different than what I have. I mean, these ones are different. I'm gonna try that recipe. Do I have all that stuff? Rolled oats, coconut, plain flour, sugar, golden syrup, boiling water, bicarbonate of soda, and butter. Well, I am going to try that recipe for real. Now, look at all of these postcards. I am going to have a suitcase to hold all of my postcards. Oh, look at it. Look at this ATC. Unicorn Magic ATC. Look at the unicorn. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. How cute is that? That's adorable. Oh, oh, look at that. St. Paul's Cathedral in London. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. And this is, it's in France. That's all I can tell you. I can't read that. But these are beautiful. Oh my gosh. Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand. Bell Tower. Oh, this one. I've seen this before, this face. Maybe I haven't. Hmm. Again, I'm having trouble with the words. Look at that. Oh, these are beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is a ceramic store or something like that. And look at the pictures of the things that are for sale there. And this one is written in an Oriental language. And of course I can't read it. And look at there. There's another. Um, oh, look, it says it's her first ATC, magical, and it's a unicorn. Look at that. How beautiful. Thank you. Oh, this is, well, I am going to have to, this is Oriental of sorts as well. This is Oriental. All the writing on the back is Oriental, so I can't make that out. But it's okay because the images are just beautiful. St. James Church. This is in Sydney. So this is in Australia. This is in Sydney. St. Paul's Church. St. James Church. And this one is somewhere in the world. Somewhere. This is an aerial view of Rheineck. That's the only word I can make out on that one. And so, but these, even if I don't put them in my post, oh, and here we go with another unicorn magic ATC. See the unicorn on there? Beautiful. And this is inside of a cathedral or a church. Tower of London. That's in the Tower of London. And this one is Bruges. The images are just, oh, this one looks very vintage. This one has nothing on the back. The picture just looks very, very vintage. I like it. And it looks like they're playing golf. Oh, hockey. They're on ice. They're on ice and they're playing hockey. And that is like vintage. That's old. That's from the olden days. Again, I cannot. This is old. You can tell by the style of clothing. But again, I can't read it. Oh, look at the snow. It's snow somewhere where it snows. This is somewhere where it snows. I feel like I'm weird that I can't tell you where these are. Ooh, this is a water mill. And again, I can't read it. You see the water wheel on there? The side of it, the edge right there, there's water wheel. I remember my late husband, his home up in Ohio, they had a little stream running on their property, and there was a little home like this, a little house like that. It had a water wheel there, but this is where they kept everything cool. They keep everything. They used it as like a place where they kept things cool, like for storage. Genevieve, look at that. Looks like the White House, but it's not our White House. Gendeva. That's pretty. All the red drapes in there. These are just fun to look at. It makes you kind of want to guess as where or what it is all about. I will take my time and really look at these. Tanya, I'm going to really look at them. Oh, and here's a handmade with love healing light from Tanya. Amethyst angel. Oh, this is all hand painted amethyst angel. That's beautiful. And this is a clock in a garden clock. Isn't that something? Venezia. A beautiful place. I'm just going to have to tell you these are beautiful places because I don't know where they are. But you know, if I look at them long enough and hunt up some of these words, which sometimes I like to just sit here at my computer and type in some of these. I can go and type this word in. Lerici. I can go ahead and type those words in and see what I come up with. And then if I've come up with where it is, I can just make a little note on the back. But I love doing that kind of stuff. This one here, again, well, I won't be able to type these because it's, again, in some kind of a Chinese print, Oriental print of some kind. And so, but I know that's from the Orient there somewhere, the Oriental. Oh my word, the work in this building. This is a University of Oxford, the Bolivian Library. That's an old building. Derwentwater. Keswick on Derwentwater. Ooh, this is an old Penshurst Place and Gardens, the state dining room. Looks like a cozy place, right? Mm-hmm. And then this one has, a lot of these have this Geneve. So a lot of these come from that area, wherever that is. And you see this word on here? Yeah, I can see it too. I can't read it. This is a lot of postcards. Firenze. It's another town. My word. Earth Focus. And this is Australia. I can read the word Australia. So those are, maybe I should have read this first. Thought you might like these. I have never been out of Australia, and my hubby has relatives in the USA, Florida, Michigan, and Illinois. his Polish descent. Enjoy these postcards I have found from different places around our beautiful world. And yes, I will enjoy them. And thank you so much for the ATCs. And they're beautiful. And I'm going to play around with them some more. If I don't use them in my postcard journal, my around the world journal, I'll use them somewhere, as if in for instance, like if I use them in as just pockets or something, pockets in a junk journal, something, they'll get used. Now they won't just sit idle. Now this here mail is from this one comes from the UK, Nottinghamshire, from the UK, Hatfield, the Hatfields and the McCoys. And, oh, look at that. What is this? Wait a minute. Oh, it's a little fairy angel doll. Oh, look. Turn around, little one. She's camera shy. Look at the flower. She's a flower angel. Look at the flower, and look at her braided hair. Here's her arm. Let me see. Here's her arms. She's had a long trip. She had to fly over. And look at her legs from the UK. Look how cute she is. Oh my gosh, I love her. I love her already. Okay, and now in here we have, oh, that's that bridge. That's that bridge in London. It was, wait. Okay, this wonderful image has been created by someone who has, for whatever reason, last used in their hand. Last overleaf, chanty overleaf. The rose paper is from the British Red Cross. That must be, oh, I'm sorry. Shanty overleaf. The rose paper is from the British Red Cross. Shanty over here. So lovely. Hope you can use it somewhere. I have also made you a little flower fairy. Her name is Marigold, and she was born in May of 2018. She has asked me if she can sit with the unicorns on your desk, please. Oh, thank you, Margaret. This is the London Bridge, I think. London Bridge is falling down. Oh, and she will. She's going to sit with my unicorns. She is definitely going to sit with my unicorns. She's beautiful. And then this paper, oh my gosh, is this beautiful. Look at this. Wow, look at this huge piece of paper. It's paper. It's not even like wrapping paper. It's just beautiful paper with roses. It looks like knockout roses. Yes, that's the only rose bush. Well, no, I got more than that roses. But oh, and here's some 6x6 papers. 6x6 papers. Oh, you know that this is like my favorite size. Well, these in 8x8s is what I use most. I don't really use 12x12s much anymore unless I'm making like envelopes. 6x6s I love. And look at the teapots. Teapots, like I love teapots. And this is teapots and cupcakes. How can you get any better than that? And there's roses. Let's see, roses and polka dots and more teapots and more cupcakes. Oh, this is pretty paper. Look at that. That's kitchen stuff. Oh, I love these papers. Polka dots, pink. Oh, oh, these, oh, look at that. Flowers. This is a lot of papers. Wedding cakes. Oh, these are beautiful. These are beautiful. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you. I love this. I love these papers. Oh, and then here is a card. It says Elizabeth on the front. Thinking of you. I've been watching your videos for a while now. They are so lovely and I really enjoy your projects. Also, I so enjoy your pleasure when you receive happy mail. So I'm sending a few bits and bobs for you to enjoy. Postcards are some of recent 5-day trip to Yorkshire for your around the world journal. With love from the beautiful UK and me, Margaret. Thank you. What a beautiful card. That's a thinking of you wreath. It says right on the back. Thank you. This is beautiful. These bits and bobs. You betcha I will use them bits and bobs. I love that word of that phrase too. Now, and look at here. Oh my gosh. These are little mini craft envelopes. Have you ever? Oh, there's about a dozen of them in there. They're going to go in this book too. Not all of them. I'm going to have to hoard them a little. These are awesome. They're so tiny. They're only about maybe 3/4 of an inch. Let me see. I got to take one out. Look how tiny. They're 1 3/4 inch in width. And up and down, they're 1 1/4 inch. Look how tiny. That is cute. If you're trying to mail somebody something like this, the stamp would take up the whole envelope. Oh, I love those. And in here, in the tissue is, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm going to use this in some kind of craft. But before I use it in the craft, this is going to be a runner down my granddaughter's one of the tables at her wedding on the 27th. This is beautiful. This is just beautiful. This is exactly what I needed for the table. It's going to run down the center of the table, and I'm going to have a strip of plum fabric. That's going to be just a little bit wider than this. This plum fabric was sent to me by a subscriber that sent me a half a dress. It was plum. The color is plum. And I already know that I'm going to make a runner with that to go down, because it'll have white tablecloth and it's going to have that runner, that plum. And then I wanted a lace to go over the plum. And this is it. This is perfect. And gosh, it's at least 2 yards long. Oh, it's more than 2 yards long. This is perfect. Margaret, it's like everything is falling together so perfect. I mean, she's up there in Alabama and I'm down here and I just have to have part in this wedding. I can't let her do it all by herself. I just am that kind of a grandma. I have to have my touch in there. But this is going to be touches from all over the world, because this lace from the UK. Did I say the UK? Did I say that right? Yes, from the UK. And I can tell her too, that this lace, there is spirit from all around the world at your wedding, Katie, because this is definitely going to go to Alabama and be on a table. Margaret, this is perfect. Got my box here, down here with stuff that goes. Ah, that is beautiful. And then there's still something else. Oh, cards. This is the. Okay. Briglington Harbor. That's in Yorkshire. Am I showing them right? I'm looking at them and just not even knowing if I'm. And this is Whitby. With its harbor and winding streets of ancient buildings, Whitby provides a wide variety of interest and entertainment from its imposing setting high on the steep banks of the River Esk. Robin Hood's Bay, that's in North Yorkshire. This is around Scarborough. Some more ruins. And the North Bay. Oh, and then here, this is fun, the map. Yorkshire, the country of broad acres and pudding, to say not cricketers. I have to read that with my glasses after a while. Maybe I'll see what it really says. Oh, this is amazing. This is truly amazing. This is amazing. I can't even tell you all how amazing this is. When I see these beautiful things and gosh, from other countries, how beautiful, how perfect, how wonderful. Oh, I smell my envelopes. I'll put these over here. And the reason I came on is to do my book. I guess I better get through that. But I had to celebrate Christmas. What's the matter, baby? Just lay down, take a nap. My little dogs. Okay, I'm going to do this a little bit different. Now I'm going to get to where I'm putting in I've already been on here half an hour. I haven't got down to business. Because I was in the Happy Meal department. Now I'll leave the Happy Meal department and come over here to the actual work department. So this is what I'm going to do. I've got 2 signatures, and I've kind of done up the signatures some, but I have more to do with the signatures after I put it together. But I probably should have put the signatures together first, but I didn't do that. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to staple. I've got this here long reach stapler. I got this stapler when my son was working at, years ago, my son was working at Office Depot. And he called me one day, he said, Mom, they've got a long reach stapler and it's on the clearance. He says, do you need a long reach stapler? And I said to him, nope, I sure don't. But maybe I will sometime, so get it for me. Yeah. So, and this is the sometime. And I have used it quite a bit. Not a lot, as you can see, there's dust on it. Okay, I got them stapled together just to hold them together while I actually stitch them onto the spine. So I'm just putting them together with the stapler, and hopefully everything in there is where it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm trying to put that staple down a little far. I don't know. We'll make it work though. But see, I've got my pages in there. I've got, see, so I've got a pretty good start to it. I will be adding more things. But basically what I wanted to show you now is how I'm going to put these two in here. Okay, I'm going to make, let's see, I guess I better measure. Well, how do I measure? I don't know. Now what I'm going to do, yes, you know what I did? Where's my staple remover? Doohickey tool. I got so excited over my Happy Mail that my brain is on, well, I can't find it. I'll use this knife. I got to pull this staple back out of here because I kind of got it in the wrong place. Because that's where I have to put the holes. I'm going to pull that staple back out of there, just using this knife that I just so happen to have right there because I was eating a pear earlier and I was cutting my pear apart with that. And so now normally I would staple from the other side so the prongs go the other way, but the prongs aren't going to show on this side. But so that's why I staple from the inside on this particular one. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure. I'm going to go here and I'm going to use, see this Tim Holtz ruler's got that centering point. So I'm going to center. I'm going to get my center point. And then I'm going to go here to the 2-inch mark and the 3-inch mark. And the same over here, the 2 and the 3. That's where I'm going to punch my holes. All right. And then I'll do the same on the second one. Make them in the same place because that's where I'll punch my holes, because I'll punch 2 on each end. This is my shoelace binding. Now, I call it a shoelace binding because it looks like I'm tying a pair of shoes. And I don't know now for sure if, I do not know for sure if this is a binding that may have already been invented somewhere else, but it could have been. So now right where I put the marks, I'm going to punch my holes. So I have 2 here, and then I have 2 here. See, I put them staples in there first because it sure helps me to hold things together. And see, if I didn't have them in there right now, this whole thing would be flopping around. And I have to make things go easy for myself. Maybe if I was younger and more spry, you never know. I might do better. But I know my pages want to flop all over, so them staples are my little helpers. And I'm just punching in each one of them, those 2 holes. Okay, just a minute. I gotta let my dogs out. They're just having a little come on here over here. Okay, babies, here. Are you going out too? Look at that. All 5 of you are going out? Are you going out, Sam? Fine. They all went. All 5 of them went out. For some reason, they want to be, if I have the door shut, they want to come in. If I have them in, I shut the door because I got a little air conditioner in here and I try and keep the air cool in here. I mean, I live in Florida. I want to be cool. I want to be some cool chick. But anyhow, yeah, that was funny. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch those 2 holes here too, but 2 sets of the 2 holes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay my signature down there, and then I'm going to get my pen, and I'm just going to mark them holes there too. I find that if I mark the holes using the one that I already marked, I'll have them correct, because a lot of times if I just try and measure again, then for some reason everything gets discombobulated and nothing goes correct. So I'm putting 2 sets of spots so I'll know where those holes go. You know what I should do is to put grommets in these. I'm not going to do that this time though, because for the simple reason I don't want to go looking for grommets. So now I've got those marked. So now I'm going to, I hope you can see this. Now I'm punching holes right where those marks are, those spots. So now I'll have 4 holes. It's just you, sweetie? Okay. The dogs just escaped. They didn't want to be with me anymore. Okay, so I have 4. Are you going to sit with me, or are you just... Yeah, I got to get walking. Oh, you got to get your tea. Papa has to have tea all the time. He's a tea toter. He has always toting tea around. He cannot go long without his iced tea. He's a southern boy, sweet tea. Okay, he's my honey. Now, there we go. Now I have my holes punched. I hear a bird tweeting. I hear a bird a-tweeting. He is just a-tweeting. I need my scissors because he's come all the way off, so I gotta give him a little snip. Because that was pretty many layers that I made that hole punch. And this cover that I put on here is kind of like a leather. It's kind of a faux leather. So that was a little hard to get through there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I've got my holes, and then I've got my signatures, and I got my holes. Now I'm going to use this twine. This is a national, I thought I could read. Natural polished hemp is what this is. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use, and I will have a separate piece on each side. So I'm just going to cut me off a piece here. Too long, I'd rather have it be too long than too short. And I'm using one of these plastic needles like they use in something. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to start on the outside, and I'm going to go in. Let me do the bottom one first. I'm going to go in to the bottom one. Move that one out of the way. Move into the bottom signature, the bottom hole. And then out through that hole and out through the, and then out through the bottom here. Come on, needle. Okay. Now see, some of my pages might be a little sticky outy, but that's okay. It's a junk journal. Now, I pulled that out. I went in through the bottom hole. Here, let me see if I can pull y'all's chairs back up a little bit here. Pull y'all's chairs up here. That's pushing your chairs out. Okay, now I went in through the bottom hole, the one hole, and through the signature, and then back out. Now I'm going to cross over and go into the top hole in the second signature. Okay, so I'm going to go in through, but then I'm at the bottom hole of the signature. But, okay, let's see. Bottom hole of the signature, but it's in that top, boy, that ain't making sense, top hole of the spine. And so it crosses over. Because this is going to look like a shoelace thing. Okay, so now I'm going to then just go right over to this other hole and pull that back, put that through that top hole of the signature and through the binding, through the spine. Okay, now I want it to go across. Now I'm going back down across. I should have used a dark thread. And so it's crossed over here. So I'm going to go back in that hole where I first put the thread. I'm going back in that one. And I'm going to come and I'm going to get it into the center of that signature. That's the bottom one. I don't know how to describe this. And I'm pulling that through. And then I'm going to go again through here. So there's actually, I'm going through this one twice. And then and through the spine. So now I have, can you see there how it looks like it's crossed over like it would be in a shoe? Now, if you were to have a wider spine and more signatures, you would keep going with this. And then this would look like just like a shoestring, like you tied a shoe. Now I'm just going to tie that. I'm just going to tie that good and tight just like I would tie my shoe in a bow. Of course, my fingers aren't working real well. And then I'm just going to double knot this bow so it doesn't come untied. The little loops, I'm just going to give that a double little tie. I do that on my, and then I'm going to cut the strings so I don't have too much hanging. And then see how that looks? It looks like you tied, you strung your shoes and then tie the bow. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side then. And hopefully I can make a little bit more sense because I can't even understand myself right now. And so I'll cut a piece of the twine. I use my needle. You could probably just poke it through, even just with the twine if you so inclined, but I can't do that. Okay, now see, I want it to end. I want that to be on the same side. So I'm going to go down here. Now there's 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going, there's top and the bottom. Top and bottom. I'm going to go in that bottom hole first. I'm going in that hole of the spine, and then go, because the signatures are top and bottom. There's two of them. Okay, so I'm calling at the bottom. I'm going through that bottom hole, going through the first signature of the bottom signature, and pull that through. Okay, and then I'm going to pull that, and then I'm going to go back through the other hole in that same signature, and I'm going to come out the bottom, the other bottom hole on the spine. Gosh, I just have so much trouble staying in frame here. So I'm going to go right through and pull that through that hole. I should have probably used like white thread or something. I don't know. Okay, so now I have there. See, so now that this twine has went through the bottom two holes back out and through the bottom signature, the one that's on this side. So now I'm going to cross over and bring it to the top hole, and it's going to go through the top signature. See, that's why I staple this thing together first, is so I don't have so much trouble. Okay, I'm going to go in there, and then I'm going to come back out that other hole. See, so there's the one there that we did here, and now this one I'm coming back through, and that's going to go through that top. That top hole. So see, this first one was crossed over that way, so this one's going to cross over this way, and where I first put that thread in there, this is going to go back in that same hole, and it's going to come through the signature like this, and then it's going to come back out that same signature like this. Okay, and there it is sewn in. Now I'm going to tie that in a knot and tie it in a bow, just like I would tie my shoes. Let's tie it in a bow. Now this would probably look really neat also if you were to use like that narrow leather or cowhide or whatever. Maybe leather is cowhide, I don't know. And then you have the bow, it's tucked into, it's like an X, like you would see on your shoestring. Let me show you this. This one here, this is a friendship journal that I made for a friend. I need to mail that tomorrow. But this one I didn't even put a spine on. And this one, I used the yarn, and all it is 5 sheets of cardstock folded in half. But I stitched them together using the shoestring, the shoelace method, and then made a tie up here. And so this is there's not like a spine. It's only the pages. And I think it's a really cute look. I love the crossovers. Now see, if you were to make a thicker journal like this one, but make it thicker that you have more, because I started with just a book cover, but the book only had a 1/2 inch spine on it. If you had like a Reader's Digest condensed book that have got the wider spines, then you could put more signatures in it and have it more looking like the shoelace. You could even use a shoelace to bind it with and make it look like that shoelace um, binding. But see how that goes like this? I don't, I say I've never seen it before, but a lot of times I've come up with something and I think, oh yes, I invented something new, and then find that somebody else invented it before me. But this one I just came up with, but somebody may have, like I say, come up with it before. But I love that. I think it is just really cute. And so then when you turn your pages in your book, see, each signature is just one page. It's like 5 signatures, but it's just 5 pages. But see how you see the little X's in there. That holds it together. So that's what I wanted to show you, is how I was putting my journal together. And hopefully I've got both signatures going in the right direction, which I do. So now I can add more to it. I'm going to put a little post right here, and I'm going to put a little elastic right here. And the things that I just got in Happy Mail that says home, I do think that's going to go on the front here. Not positive, but I do think they are. All right. So I want to thank you all for coming by and watching my video. And I do, I really do. I ain't not kidding. I really do have to clean my house. My maid, she quit. She just up and quit. My maid, my personal maid, up and quit and left my house in a mess. Oh, that's right. I don't have a personal maid. Never did have a personal maid. What in the world did I do? Wait a minute. I got to stand up. I got to stand up and see, what did I do with my cards. I just had them in my hot little hand. But if you could see this mess around me, I can't leave without reading my cards. Oh, man. Papa, did you eat my cards? Doggone it. This is the weirdest thing. Okay, just a minute. Just 1 minute. Oh, you know what? Here, since I can't find my cards, I've got my little book that was sent to me. And what is today? Today is the June the 30th. It's the last day of June. June 30th. In fact, somebody told me they like it when I read out of this Our Daily Bread. You know what's something funny? Today's the 30th of June. Yesterday, what was yesterday? The 29th of June. Do you know what happened on the 29th of June? Some bunch of years ago?
Hallelujah.
My hubster and I got married. So yesterday was our anniversary. Did we remember? Nah, not really. Oh, that was hysterical. It was like late last night. I said, what is today? We both decided it was the 29th. I said, well, happy anniversary. It was the end of the day before we remembered it was our anniversary. We are just so in a rut. But anyhow, today's June 30th. Okay, Light of the World. One of my favorite pieces of art hangs in the Keble College Chapel in Oxford, England. The painting, The Light of the World, by English artist William Holman Hunt, shows Jesus holding a lantern in his hand and knocking on a door to a home. One of the intriguing aspects of the painting is that the door doesn't have a handle. When questioned about the lack of a way to open the door, Hunt explained that he wanted to represent the imagery of Revelations 3:20. Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in. The Apostle John's words and the painting illustrate the kindness of Jesus. He gently knocks at the door of our souls with his offer of peace. Jesus stands and patiently waits for us to respond. He does not open the door himself and force his way into our lives. He does not impose his will on ours. Instead, he offers to all people the gift of salvation and the light to guide us. To anyone who opens the door, he promises to enter. There are no other requirements or prerequisites. If you hear the voice of Jesus and his gentle knock on the door of your soul, be encouraged that he patiently waits for you and will enter if you welcome him in. And that is the light of the world. And I know exactly what image he's talking about. They're talking about. I never realized there was not a door knob on the door. Now I have to look at that again. But so this was the reason I could not find my cards just now, is because I was meant to read this. So I am glad of that. And so I want to just tell you all, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out this last hour and 1 minute with me. And thank you for watching me go through my happy mail, because it's definitely happy mail. And thank you for watching how I put my journal together. And hopefully you all will try that. And if you have questions about that binding, just leave them below and I'll try and explain it better. I might even do this binding again on a larger journal where I can explain it a little bit better, but maybe you can tell by what I did on this. And so I want to say I love you. God bless you. May he watch over every step you take and every move you make. And I will see you on the next video. God bless.